Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying? Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit.
What's good? I've been on different type of timing, unstable climate, rearranging my alignment. Looking back on life bent, looking back the time spent dying, dissecting different ways, rearrange it into rhyming. Drinking out the cup, poison water they provided. City play with fire, no tonight I'm making lightning, striking. And anybody play with me, come down, don't get enlightened. This a different type of life, man, and this a different type of life plan. Can freedom ever be defined or reached by ordinary man? Don't understand, I'm frontin', we been mobbing, we been outside, see me come and see them duck and see the choices and they writing on the wall. Thinking about going out and take a little something off the top, breaking out the box and I'm changing out the locks, cause I can't make it stop. Can somebody tell me stop? And anyways, I'm really good at acting like it's all good, or we above another while we all out here steady growing dumb. Dumb motherfuckers, I'ma tell them what it is. They be selling what it was, but they business counterfeit. I'ma be in here regardless, my intentions been legit. Love it if I gotta die about it, that's just what it is. That's just what it is, yeah, it is what it was, yeah. Spitting with an iron lung and it's all because of my
choices. Yes, so we always having to make them, but the choices always get harder from day to day until the voices preaching inside of your mind are coming from the voiceless, otherwise helpless, but they stay humming. So the choices never are simple and they tend to make you feel choiceless. Everyone got them, so you're dimming until you're boisterous. Take the knife out of you, cause no one.
And we want to give a special thanks to our sponsors at Lagodi, Nation of Elevation 2.0, Chopping It Up with Pops, Brink TV, Worldwide Radio, and giving out free game. And let's start the show. What's up, y'all? This is Winning Wednesdays. I am your fearless host, ThatsKenny, and this is the Rap-Off League News, where we talk about everything, and I mean everything, rap-offs. Now, with that being said, I kind of want to start this out on a completely unrelated, non-rap or rap-offs note, ironically. I'm going to keep this brief and try to be political, but this is just how I feel, and these do not directly reflect the Rap-Off League's views upon this situation, but the people who murdered Tyree Nichols were let off on the charges today. They were found not guilty, and that's not only wrong on a very fundamental level, a moral level, but it's wrong on a legal level, and just everybody just treat each other with kindness and respect, and we wouldn't have had this situation pop up in the first place. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world, and people act like goons who are supposed to be the ones who are policing the city and keeping us safe. Now, this is not a slight towards all police officers. I know that not all police officers are bad. Most police officers are good. But for the ones that are not, for them to just be able to beat and escape justice like this in such an egregious way is just a shame and a big slight on our city and our state. I just want to say, like, if you do end up protesting, just do it safely, do it, responsibly. Don't burn anything down. Don't, burn down any. That's not a way to succeed. That's not a way to get your point across. But we're gonna go ahead and rock on with the regular episode, and I've got a really good episode lined up for y'all tonight. It is Winning Wednesdays. This is the Rap-Off League News, and I just had to get that out the way because it's been something that's on the mind of, I know, everybody in Memphis, and really should be on the mind of everybody in the country. But anyways, so man, how y'all doing? I am doing good, man. This has been a really chill, non-eventful week, right? I know I don't look stressed out. So we had week 6 on Saturday, and it was a doozy, man. We had freaking Ox Vicious. We had Jimmy versus Mauser. We had a whole bunch of shit go down, and we've had a bunch of shit go down. Unfortunately, we weren't able to have the live stream available. So you're gonna have to just take my word for it, and watch these live videos. But it was crazy, man. It was electric up in there, and the environment was very, very. It wasn't like it was tense. not like tense in like a bad way, but it was just like some of these matchups were so freaking close. And yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that. But so today, as you can tell, I'm on my phone, so forgive me if there's any lag or any other phone related issues. Um, thank you, Mauser. That was week 7, not week 6. There we go, out the gate. Um, so yeah, we had a lot of great matchups this past week, and we did it at Rock House. We finally got to show Rock House some love and got to get in a full round of this ROL there and show them kind of what we're working with. And man, it was a hell of a week for us to do that, because man, we had the Trappas get their first win of the season under the leadership of Hardcore Montana, and with basically almost a whole new roster. And I do not know the names of all the artists, unfortunately. So I can't really just like, if you know the names of the artists, or I need to get that information from Hardcore Montana. But they did work, man. Like, they definitely went in and did their thing. I know the first dude that went up against Tate, he brought the house down. Shouts out to Tate, but I felt like it was a solid win for the Trappas. That Nova versus Big Hunter was crazy, man. Like, Nova, that's my guy. That's my main man. But like, I can't even front. Big Hunter got that one. And definitely look for the Ghosts to bounce back in week 8. Sorry, I don't know why I'm trying to make it week 6. Definitely trying to make it, look for them to bounce back and get a win in this doubleheader to close out the season. But it didn't happen last week. And with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and not waste any time. And if he's ready, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my co-host, my very special guest, our ROL insider, former ROL, former Rolling co-host, one of my best friends and my collaborator on our upcoming album, Double Edged Sword. We got my boy Sympho joining us from the Oregon Trail.
What's good? How y'all doing? Long time no see. I ain't seen y'all since the 50th episode. I pretty much spent
Since
the
the Brady
whole
Bunch
episode.
special.
Yeah, no, I was just straight up eating fried chicken the whole time, dude. Like, I just had
Yeah,
a,
no,
like, I was just
yeah. If
I
you
was
go
just
back and
eating the
watch
whole
Sympho
fucking
through
time.
that fucking special, it's just crazy, man, because he just is eating or talking shit the entire time, and it's just like the one-liners are just iconic, bro. Like,
I
but
appreciate it. This episode is brought to you by Mountain Dew Baja Cabo. It's like an orange Mountain Dew, and I'm doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm
does
tripping.
your name say Kwame Brown?
It does. Young Kwame Brown up in this place.
All right. Shouts out Kwame Brown. That's a solid NBA career. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
I was deeply
Cody, go ahead
affected
and
by
send us
Michael
to the
Jordan, so it
NBA
fits.
rankings. We're gonna get straight into it here. I know
Yeah, let's get it.
you've been keeping track of what's going on in the ROL through either me or through the live streams and the podcast every week. And I kind of want to get some outside
Absolutely.
perspective on how the league's doing and how we're looking, and maybe some things we can improve on, and some things that we are doing so good that they don't need comment.
All right. Well, this is completely from outside perspective, so y'all don't come at me. Um, I'm going to give what is known as a compliment sandwich, right? So I'm going to start off with a compliment, and then I'll get my gripes off my chest, and I'll end it with a compliment, just because, just starting with one or starting with the other is just going to be weird. But so there is a very high level of competition in this, and that's a beautiful thing, because everybody's taking this seriously as their artist, their passion, it's what they love to do, and they want to make a living off of this one way or
Absolutely.
another. So to see everybody do this, and there is this sense of togetherness that's in it, that's a beautiful thing to see. And I really love what Cody's done. He's worked his ass off for this, and everybody involved, yourself included, have done wonderful in like making this at the very least something that people are going to want to see. And that's a beautiful thing. The idea is amazing. My only gripes, and they're not personal, but I don't feel like I'm the only person that would probably say this, inside or outside. Um, no disrespect to the judges, but I do feel like there is, this is probably their first time doing something like this. So
Yeah.
for them
Um.
to, it's kind of like, the standard of one battle isn't going to be the standard of the next. And, sometimes that can be very frustrating for the artist. And I'm sure, in a sense, it's probably frustrating for the judges, because, once again, this is the first time a lot of people involved in this, artist or judge, has done something like this. So,
Right.
as time goes on, I expect it to go well with that. Um, Other than that, it is a very wonderfully put together thing. I do love the sense of competition. I love the fact of like the sportiness of it. This is bringing out the best of everybody that's involved in it, one way or another. And even looking at the top
Absolutely.
12s, you know, I'm not going to go in on every single person on here, but every person on here, from what I've seen, has performed their ass off and deserves to be on this list. My only personal gripe is you're not in the top 12, but you're also one of my best friends, so there's going to be a bit of bias with that. But I feel like
I
you
can't
deserve
be
to be
top
there
12 at
personally.
3-3, but it's all good because I'm the 1 and the 5-1 on Mauser's record. So as long as I still got that, I'm cool.
Yeah. So yeah, just keep that energy and you'll fucking win out, dude. Even though there's 1 week left or 2 weeks left.
1 week left, but we're doing 2 weeks. We're doing a double header. We're gonna make up week 5, which was canceled due to inclement weather, and we're gonna do
Okay.
the first ever ROL double header season finale extravaganza, man. May 17th at the Hip Hop Lounge. That's a Saturday. Be
Hell
there,
yeah.
and then after that, we're gonna go to Snake's party and then it's just gonna be a whole day of rapping, bro. It's gonna be an extravaganza.
Yeah, and we'll get to Snake later, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. The only other gripe I have is and again, it's not a personal gripe at all, but it's like I don't recall any of the full performances being live streamed in a while.
Yeah, I know that Saturday we kind of had some errors with getting the live stream set up because of unforeseen circumstances. So yeah, we definitely apologize for not having that live streamed because there was some damn good matchups. Like that AJ versus Rockstar Row, which we'll talk about in a second, was maybe the best matchup we've had all season. Like it was crazy. It was
Yeah, and
electric
I'm
up in there. But
and
yeah, we do apologize for that. We will be back to normal on week 8/5.
all right. Well, sounds like a plan. Then I don't really have any other complaints with it. But outside looking in, it's something as an artist myself I really would have loved to have been involved in. With the level of competition, I'm sure for someone like me that's never really been in a situation where I'm around a lot of rappers all the time, like someone would be in Memphis.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's not that many rappers in fucking South Central Oregon. Let's call
Don't
it for
forget
what it
Yeet though. You
is.
got Yeet, dog.
Yeat's in Portland. Every rapper from here is from Portland.
Nice
Speaking of
info.
like, well, no one's ever heard of me. That's the thing. Is like, if like rappers that out of Portland, I can name two. Um, well, Tolilo's making some pretty big waves. Shout out to Lilo. He's starting to do some stuff with Tech Nine, and Tech Nine's not personally my cup of tea. I respect the hell out of what he's done, but I don't really like listen to Tech Nine like that.
Sympho hates
But
Tech Nine.
no,
Heard.
Yeet. No, all right, yeah. No, Amine and Yeet are the only two rappers that made it big out of Portland. Some people might say
Yeah,
Damian Lillard because he played for the
that's what I would say.
Trailblazers, but he's from Oakland. I think I'm
From
about ninety
Oakland, then he
percent.
plays in Milwaukee now. So,
Yeah, it is what it is. Um,
um,
as a Blazers fan, that hurt, but it needed to happen. We had to rip the Band-Aid off.
well, I just hope that Damian Lillard heals up, but that's a different topic. Cody, go ahead and send us back to the main screen where we're talking to each other. Thank you, sir. So
Yeah,
yeah, no, I like all those takes, and that's a really good perspective on this. That's why I wanted to have you on here today because um being in this group of rappers, like 40 rappers who are all dope, like everybody's got their own lane. It has its pros and its cons, and the pros definitely outweigh the cons, in my opinion. And the first and foremost, I want to say the sense of community is something that just as a human being, I've been kind of like very appreciative of, and it's like I got like 40 like-minded people who I can talk to at any second about whatever I'm going through with my career or life, type shit. And I really appreciate that, man. Like we got these teams, we've all bonded, we've been through the ups and the downs and shit, and it's been for the best, I think. And I think that this will continue to evolve into a great, great thing that can maybe make us all rich and buy a Japan one
yeah. I
day,
mean, who doesn't want to buy
But
Japan?
that's not the focus right now. And if it never gets to that, then it never gets to that.
No, I was saying, who
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
want to buy Japan? This episode is actually brought to you by Japan.
I mean, Kanye
Well,
West
he
can't
can
buy
try.
Japan. Yeah, shout out to Japan, bro. Toyota,
That's right.
Mitsubishi, Yamaha. Shout out, go get you that KLR, go get you that KLR Kawasaki
Hell
650,
yeah.
y'all.
Fucking Kenny special issue.
Anyways, but
Get the Simpo
yeah,
Skyline.
to finish my bad. Sorry,
Oh,
I
you're
can barely
good.
hear
Go
you on this
ahead.
phone. Yeah, no, just to finish, like it's like I think it's been overall a positive experience, and I'm excited to do it next year. I'm excited to see how it grows and how it changes once we go into the off season with the trades and possibly new teams being added. Like you may have a chance to have a team full of Argonians to compete with the rest of us next year. How would you
Well,
feel
a
about
team
that?
full of Argonians is crazy. Shout out the Oblivion remake, but no, damn.
Mm,
The Oregonians I got out here. Um, I would probably be on the team myself. Just shouting out people from Oregon. Not trying to take away from ROL, but Freddie would probably be the coach.
go for it. Go
Freddie
for it.
Flamenco would probably be the coach. Wonderful mind. He's actually about to do the Dancing with the Klamath Stars here in town, and that's a cool thing. He's actually hired a coach, and then he's going to get up on stage the same place I had my first performance in Oregon, and
A performance in front of
in a
500 people,
blizzard.
might
It was
add.
more like 300. It's somewhere between 300 and 500. By the time Wassler got on stage, there may have been every bit of 500. Speaking of which, Wassler, in my own personal experience, the only rap shows I've been to where I was actually talking to the people that were performing was Lagodi Palooza 1. I opened up night 2. And I got to meet Nasty Nardo, Tom. I got to meet Click. I got to meet a bunch of people down there. And thank y'all for having me again. I don't think I've ever said that on here, but thank y'all for
Man,
letting me come down. That was my first rap show. I flew in, performed the next night, and flew out that day after. And it was real rap shit.
we put that man on some real rapper shit. We flew this man out to
Yeah, my
Goaty
second.
Palooza, bro. And I picked him up, had him on the block,
Yeah,
rapping with
no,
people that night. Like the man proved
I
he
did
earned
what
his
I had to
stripes.
do, and then we went, dude.
Yeah,
Honestly, my favorite part of that, like outside of performing on stage, was definitely Popeyes because we don't got a fucking Popeyes up here. All we got is KFC. The KFC is cool, but like, dude,
Popeyes.
shout out
Shout out the
Popeyes,
South.
shout out Japan, shout out Popeyes, shout out the Prius, shout out Mountain Dew. All right,
Without
yeah,
Japan, we
without
wouldn't have the
Japan, we wouldn't
Prius.
have Mountain Dew.
Um,
I'm sure that correlates somehow,
and
but no, we got
yeah, absolutely. So we got 2 minutes, and we're
but
gonna go to break. But yeah, no, just close it out with whatever you got.
yeah, but no, like to answer your question, I definitely have me on the team. Wasla Music, who's an absolute monster. I'd have Seth. Yeah, I'd have Seth
Shout
Rowe
out
come
Wassel.
down from Eugene. He's tight people. Um, and I'd probably have to close it out. If I'm on the team, that's 3 people. Need 2 more. Vash and Dream would probably be the others.
Vash has got one of my favorite songs
Yeah,
out in the
no, Vash
underground
and
right now.
Dream they're really good. Shout out Vash. He grew up in Brooklyn, moved out here, and Dreams from
For
Idaho.
sure.
But don't let that fool you. Dude's got fucking bars. Very, very talented dude. Very good engineer. Shout out Jonte. He is my engineer for the most part.
Hell yeah.
And definitely shout out everybody in New Oregon. That's kind of what we're calling ourselves, a loose collective more than anything. And
Hell yeah. So do you think that y'all could take on the Assassins?
depends
Hard
on
hitting
how the
questions
judges
here.
feel. I can't say myself. I would have
It,
the
it really
utmost
does depend on
confidence
them
in my
judges.
ability to go out there. Definitely have confidence in everybody involved. But it really depends on the judges, and it depends on where we are. If we have like a 5-on-5 up here in Oregon, it's probably not going to end well for the Assassins. But it's a different crowd. The same thing applies if we go down to Memphis. I don't think our sound would be exactly as in style in Memphis as it would be in Oregon, but that just comes with the territory. So
That's true.
if it was
And as
hypothetically
one of the
like,
oddball rappers of the
yeah, go ahead,
ROL, I
sorry.
can say, my bad. As one of the oddball rappers out of the ROL, maybe the lead oddball rapper, I can definitely say that it is a struggle some weeks to get those decisions with the judges because It's just I'm just doing different shit than almost anybody in the league. But anyways, we're gonna send it to the first commercial break, and we're gonna pick back up when we come back with the weekly awards, and we're gonna finish on talking about Japan and all things Prius and Kwame Brown, plus some RapOffs league.
You being an
and
original
news.
RapOffs guy champion, at that,
Send it to
and
break,
now
Cody.
the new way that we're doing it with the teams and the season and stuff like that.
Yeah, my whole point in joining it was like to really become part of something like early, like that I could see potentially and they can potentially blow up later on. And how I feel about it now is crazy, like to see how far it came, because you really like from the first RapOffs you used to like tell me how you seen it, and now to see it manifest like that is amazing, bro. Like from coming from the first one, like if y'all go back and watch the first RapOffs and just to see like the growth in me as an artist, like year after year, and it's really like motivating for real. Like, cause I always just go watch each RapOff, so I feel like y'all should do the same thing. I mean, it's gonna go crazy this year.
Yes, sir. Who we got in this motherfucker, man?
Mr. Whole lot of sauce on my motherfucking jersey, man. Big paper, not the little one. Fuck you talking about?
Fuck you talking about, man. What you finna drop?
Hard on them.
You ready?
Yep.
Play that shit!
Like I never left, just to show that I'm still with it. I'm covered in soul, big fat pimpin' on the north side of my city. Shit low with a player, but I been a boss. I work her like 9 to 5, and you a sucker cause you love her and trust her, that bitch. For nigga get penalized, I break on a bitch. Yeah, I'm hard on her, gotta call me daddy. No, she not my daughter, got it in her blood, she fucking a savage. Better fuck her, don't lay up. Now you in love with the bitch and she telling you pay up. Fuck nigga, get your weight up. Only evil real niggas, the fuck is your play for? To sit at the table, you gotta be gang, sauce is the label. Connected like cable, love my pedigree, bad bitch in my stable. Got the sack from my brother, got the game from my mother. Can't fuck with you suckers. And just cause I fuck her, don't mean that I love her, I never could trust her. Yeah, he broke the cardinal rule, he fell in love with the bitch. Just cause he fuck her, now he trust him, we gon' call him tender dick. It ain't trickin' if you got it, man, he fuck with the shit. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't hard on her, break on her. Bitch, I'm the shit, I'm not your last nigga. He a lame, feed that whole dick, it just a me. Man to the money, whole leg get rich, just like the DMV. Dick got her crazy, driving that bitch, cause I'm hard on her, break on her. Bitch, I'm the shit, I'm not your last nigga. He a lame, feed that whole dick, it just a me. Man to the money, whole leg get rich, just like the DMV. Dick got her crazy, driving that bitch, yeah, try that bitch. Yeah, he broke the cardinal rule, he fell in love with the bitch. Yeah, cause he fucked her, now he trust her, we gon' call him tender dick. It ain't trickin' if you get it, man, he fuck with the shit. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't need this shit. But some hard dick, leave some on the tongue. You looking for her, yeah, she on the north side. Where they bought it, fits and poke out they thumb. Big player, yeah, I am as I come. Known shooter, yeah, check out my phone. Tell hoe better watch B, cause I had that bitch ring the alarm. Face down when I hit from the back. Big player, no return of the mat. Hold dog, baby, give me that cash. She give it to me, she ain't getting it back. We just fucking, baby, don't get attached. Look at me when you throwing it back. Hit her with a
Do I make you ready, baby?
Yeah, he broke the cardinal rule, he fell in love with the bitch. Yeah, cause he fuck her, now he trust him, we gon' call him tender dick. It ain't trickin' if you got it, man, he fuck with the shit. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't hard on her, break on her. Bitch, I'm the shit, I'm not your last nigga. He a lame, feed that whole dick, it just a me. Man to the money, whole leg get rich, just like the DMV. Dick got her crazy, driving that bitch, cause I'm hard on her, break on her. Bitch, I'm the shit, I'm not your last nigga. He a lame, feed that whole dick, it just a me. Man to the money, whole leg get rich, just like the DMV. Dick got her crazy, driving that bitch, yeah, try that bitch.
And we want to give another special thanks to our sponsors at Lagodi, established in 2020 and beyond, Nation of Elevation 2.0, Chopping It Up with Pops, what's up, Pops? Brink TV, the downfall of my beloved North Hustlers. Worldwide Radio, SMK's SMK's beat show today was slapping as usual, and then giving out free game. Thank y'all for letting us do what we do, and please continue to sponsor us because I'm about to wild out. What's up, y'all? So, there's been a lot of controversy in the Rap-Off League bubble in the past week. I'm not going to front. There's been a lot of controversy and even some turmoil, you would say. And, I'm going to get into why here in a second, but I do want to say that, everybody be trifling sometimes. I have a song on my album called No Apologies Part 4 where the hook is just like, these folks ain't straight, these folks ain't straight. And that's because folks don't be straight sometimes. We all have our times where we're trifling. We all have our times where we be, doing too much. We all have times where we be not doing enough. And we got to make sure that we treat each other with respect and, just cut some slack to the next person. It's like, everybody can't be perfect. And, Lord knows I'm not perfect. Lord knows that my pronunciation isn't perfect. Shouts out to speech class. Should probably took that one as an elective. Just make sure that, if you commit to something, we committed to this and we should all stay in it because it's important to see a resolution to this for not only ourselves, but the other artists in the league that may not have, may not be as trifling or experience so much as much trifling stuff as, than another artist, So, that's all I got. Not directed towards anybody in particular at all, I promise. Because like I said at the beginning of that, we all be trifling, and it's up to us to keep each other in check, but also up to us to keep each other moving towards the common goal, which is to finish this season and give a productive product to the people. Anyways, we're gonna bring back in my co-host for the evening, the greatest rapper in the history of Oregon ever. One half of Double-Edged Sword coming out this summer, and then mountain skier or no mountain man. We got Simpo in this joint. Bring him in.
That's right. I climbed a mountain or two in my day. Y'all can probably tell.
Yeah. The does a high elevation help with your bars?
No, I don't think elevation has anything to do with bars because the best rappers would come out of Colorado if that was the case. That being said,
Right.
the scenery is definitely a good source of inspiration.
Absolutely. No, every time I see pictures of like Oregon or whatever, it looks just like I would imagine Mars looking back when it had water.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like it is Mars. Quick little side story. The very first time I ever moved up here, right when I did move up here, I moved to a little town called Cave Junction. And Cave Junction, for those that don't know, is a little small town that kind of connects most of South. It's like rural as hell up here because you can't build, you can't plow down a mountain and put a road through it, so you got to drive over mountains and shit. But Cave Junction's relatively low altitude; it's like 1,500 feet, and you have to drive through Cave Junction to get to the coast. And a lot of people, it's the Oregon coast, which depending on what you find beautiful, is one of probably the most beautiful coast in the United States. Like the Oregon coast, really the Pacific Northwest, because it's the West Coast, but you got like the big ass rocks coming out and shit. Cave Junction is the Wild West. They have about 1,200 or 1,300 people, and about 150 of them are homeless, and they're the happiest sons of bitches you've ever met in your life. And there's this one dude, I'll keep his name redacted. I doubt he watches this anyways.
Shout out Redacted.
Shout out Redacted. Yeah, he's a good dude. And he liked him a little bit of the crystal meth. And
You're talking about your buddy.
Yeah, he does this thing where he'll just start talking and he'll start screaming and he'll just start, having a full blown argument and there ain't a damn person there. He's just sitting there yelling at a window. It's just like, you son of a bitch. And like, there's nobody there. And then he'll break out of it when I was on my way to the bar. He'd be like, you motherfucker. Hey, can I get a cigarette? And it just kind of throw me off because you just used to him screaming and shit. You just walk past him and it's just like, yeah, that's just so and so. But I gave him a cigarette. Yeah, shout out him. Shout out his friend. Yeah, I'll give him a cigarette. He goes right back into it. But
oh yeah. But
I thought all of Oregon was like that. when I moved
Yeah.
up here. It kind of is. Anyway, on to more important shit. Sorry.
But yeah, no, that's crazy, man. And shouts out to rehabs and rehabilitation, and let's hope that like Redacted's getting the type of service they need and is going on to live a happy life where they can contribute to the Rap Off League audience. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll into these awards, man, because the weekly awards are in, and that'll be a good way for us to talk about these matchups and the bullshit that done went down, and get into this judges and talk that shit. So for the GOATS division, we've got Artist of the Week, and definitely the toast of the night on Saturday, Rockstar Row. And man, this was like Rose, like, Rose always, going to give a good performance and shit. He's always going to be there week in and week out. There's a reason why he's in the top 12. But Saturday, that was his night, man. Like, all in all, with all the matchups that we had going on, Roe just, he had the match against AJ, which is also our matchup of the week, which was definitely the best matchup I've seen and the closest matchup I've seen in the ROL this entire time. Like, it was electric. Like, AJ did no debate. Rockstar Road did chase that bitch down. It gave you everything that you wanted, like, from both these artists, and it was just flawless, like flawless execution by both of them. And Roe came out, ahead, which I think was the right decision. The judges actually got that one right, so count that one, in your favor, judges, because I'm about to be on your ass in a minute. And it was just, man. And then the tiebreaker happened, which was Rory Ritchie versus Roe, and it could have gone either way. Roe got it, obviously, because the Ghetto Stars did beat the Hog Killers with 2 people on their team. We'll get to that in a second. But Rory Ritchie gave a hell of a performance, man. Like, Ritchie, like, he did his R&B joint. I don't know the name of it off rip. It's unreleased right now. But that joint's so good, man. Like, and he did a damn good performance. It was very I mean, I if I were a judge, I would have given it to Rory, personally, because Roe did a decent. It was a good performance, but it wasn't anything that we hadn't seen before from him. And I think that Richie probably walked away with it. Now, that covers our artist of the week, our matchup of the week, and our game of the week. But let's kind of go into the game of the week a little bit more, because okay, so basically, and Cody, like, correct me in the chat here if I'm wrong, but we had a situation where there were 2 members on the Ghetto Stars and there were 4 members on the Hog Killers. And basically, the first 2 matchups, which the first matchup was Rockstar Row and Young Gangsta AJ. Rockstar Row won that, so that's, point for the advantage to the Ghetto Stars. Then it was the Snakerachi versus Dixie Tricks, and Dixie Tricks triple had his Snakerachi to make it 2-0 Ghetto Stars, but they were out of artists. So, and I'm not entirely clear on. So basically, we were in a situation where, since there were only 4 artists on the Hog Killers and not 5, they would only be able to even the score by both of their artists performing to make it 2-2, and it would be a tie. So that forced a tiebreaker, and it was. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Exactly what to. It made sense in the moment because you didn't want to just give the match to the Hog Killers, even though they had 4 by 2. Like, you would think the 2 artists wouldn't be able to win in any situation against 4 artists, correct? But if you were in the building and you saw how, like, dominant they came out, I can definitely see people wanting to see a better resolution. It would have been super anticlimactic to kind of just end it there after that, and Nasty Nardo and Tom did both agree from everything I saw and everything I've learned since. So as long as it's agreed upon, I guess that's fine. What are your opinions on that? And do you have any questions?
Well, I guess it would make sense for there to be a tiebreaker because there's an even amount and 2's half of 4. So if you have both people on the team with 2 people win, and then the other people just even the score out, it makes sense for there to be a tiebreaker, especially if the team with 2 people, like if the team with 2 people, one of them lost, I don't think there would be much need
Yeah,
for a
this wouldn't be a
tiebreaker.
conversation.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a conversation, but they both won. And that leaves pretty much like 2-2, it does make sense to have a tiebreaker. I
And like,
wasn't there to see how specifically how it went down, but you know, I mean, I really can't add much on to that. But I will ask from someone that was there and saw it with your own eyes, without without being trying to think of a way to word this. Without
trifling.
throwing anybody under the bus, when did things start to escalate?
Oh, okay. So, um, yeah, I'll address this. And shouts out to everybody involved before I do this. And it wasn't anything super. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just some strife, some animosity. But the tiebreaker went on, and Roy Ritchie beat, or no, oh, sorry, it was Roy Ritchie and Rockstar Row, and Rockstar Row beat him in the tiebreaker to win the match. Now, the fourth artist on the Hog Killers had not performed yet. Crown Bossology, pretty good friend of mine and somebody that I met through Palooza and the ROL. Somebody I was on his album. Shouts out to Go Get Chronicles of Crown. Go to his Facebook for that. One of my really good artists, one of my favorite artists in this entire league. He had something to say about the entire situation before he did his set, because he's still, from the beginning we've said, if five artists show up, any artist that shows up is going to perform. That's just how it goes. And he had something to say, mainly towards the situation that he found himself in. I think it was a lot of confusion, and unfortunately, another artist heard that kind of out of context, and he heard it like kind of walked in halfway through the speech, and things just got kind of turned for a minute. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was enough where it's worth noting, and I think it's worth going over, because like I fucks with Row, and I fucks with Crown and Heavy, and I think they both fuck with each other, and it wasn't no hating going on. It's just like it was an unfortunate situation, man. And I hope that if Crown's watching this, that he's doing well. I hope that he comes back on and finishes this doubleheader with us. It wouldn't be the same without him. And the same goes for anybody else who may be thinking about dropping out or just not, we understand that there was some perceived trifling stuff that went on, but like it can be fixed. It has been addressed, and I know that everybody's working hard to make sure shit's right for the playoffs and for this last game. So just if you are one of these people, just like, come on, man. Like, the lines are open. Hit us up, or hit them up. Don't even hit me up. I'm not the one on this. That would be Cody and Lauren. But that's basically what went down. That's where the escalation was. And it was never dangerous. It was never anything like that. But it was turned. It was definitely live. But yeah, hopefully I did a good job of, speaking on that. Yeah,
Well, I
AJ said
mean,
I think everybody walked but me and Gino. So yeah, that is the word on the street.
well, all right
But
then.
shouts out to the Snakerachi, shouts out to Gino, shouts out to Tom, shouts out to Hog Killers, shouts out Rory Ritchie, shouts out freaking shouts out Rory Ritchie, shouts out everybody. And I hope that we get this on track. Because that's not only is that my opponent on the last week at the end of the season, so I want that fade, but it wouldn't feel right without them, it really wouldn't.
Yeah,
But
no.
regardless, we're gonna keep on marching. Anyways, do you have any questions, real quick?
Are fish lactose intolerant?
No, I have a video of fish drinking milk that I can show you, but we're not gonna get to it because it is not safe it's not safe just in general.
All right, good. I was just curious.
And anyways, so on to our respected artist of the week. It's a twofer, man. It's a double, a daily double. And Novocaine and Straight Paper Julio, man, that was a freaking vibe. Novocaine is maybe one of the most talented artists in this entire league, and I really wish she would have been in it from the jump. The song she did, like, I have a little bit of video of her set, and if you were in there, man, like, everybody, it was music everybody needed to hear. It was human music. It was very it was healing music, and I think everybody needed that, and it was the only thing that could have beat Straight Paper Julio's performance because he was on point too. It was one of the best performances I've seen him give, and I've been I've been around him through this since like this time last year, if not before that. Seen him perform maybe a dozen times, and this was peak Straight Paper Julio, and it was Novocaine is just a force, man. This is the third week we've seen her, and she just gets better every week. So shouts out to both of these artists, the respected artists of the week. And then the respected matchup of the week was during my match, which I haven't really talked about yet, but we're about to get to. Trippy Tribbett versus Money T Nero. And first of all, shouts out. These are both Lagodi artists. Shouts out to the Bomber. Shouts out to Brink. He was in Chicago during this, which I definitely made sure to mention as much as possible for tactics. It didn't work. But Trippy did one of my favorite songs by him, and Nero put up a great fight. It was a great performance, but it was just Trippy got it with that Receipts, which is a story song, and Trippy got it.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Trippy. Yeah, shout out Trippy, man. Shout out Trippy. Shout out Money T Nero. Shout out the Bombers. Although it was here again to stick to the theme of trifling actions that occurred, we didn't get swept, in my opinion. I think that shouts out to Luck G, Dewey. I do not know the other gentleman's name, but it was all kind of a matter of perspective, and it goes into the judges and whatnot. And people may say this or may say that, but it depends on how you look at it. And that is one of the things with the judges. But I'm not going to harp on that anymore. I went up against Luck G, and I did actually the first half of Choices, and then into an unreleased song called Dropout Flows. And I can see why I lost it for sure. But anyways, we're gonna keep it on pushing, and we're gonna shout out to AJ, Young Gangsta AJ for one. Like, we coming back strong. Just know that. I hope so, bro. Because I mean, I'm ready to I don't want no empty wins the rest of the season. I don't want to go against nobody. Or I'm a while out, bro. I'm gonna start trifling. Yeah, no, I hope that the hog, I know that I'm wearing that Hog Killer orange right now. You feel me? Like I say in a South Park shirt. This is a Hog Killer shirt.
Hell no, I got the fucking Hog Killer walls, dude. Fucking, you ain't ready for
this man
shit.
done painted his whole kitchen, y'all. This man painted his whole kitchen in Hog Killer's orange, bro. Like, y'all can't, man. He 1,000 miles away, 2,000 miles away.
We all know about fucking cooking hog in the kitchen. No, look at the comments real quick. Shout out AJ. Shout out my mom. She's been in the comments. Thank you for watching, Mom. We always appreciate
Shout out
you.
Simcoe's mom.
Yeah. Shout out Miss Cindy. Shout out Steve and Timothy. Shout out the other people that have went below the chat line. We did see y'all, but we had a lot to talk about.
Shout out Cody behind the scenes, putting in work.
That's right.
Yeah, so we have one more commercial, and it's gonna come up in about 2 minutes, and we'll cover the rest of these awards on the boat side. Because we still got to get into Ox Vicious and Jimmy versus Mauser, that shit was crazy, dog. Like, that shit was really, really crazy. And after that matchup, the Bombers are now the number one team in the GOATS division, I believe, because of the way that it went. And the Riders are the clear-cut favorite of the league now. But going into this playoffs run, who do you think is going to be our champion right now?
Whoever wins.
What if nobody wins?
Well, that's like, if I had to pick somebody, I feel like it might be a hot take, and it might be a little out of pocket for me to speak on this, but not being involved in it. But like, if Tom's team comes back, Tom may be on a fucking revenge tour, and he might just sweep the rest, like just win out. They got a dangerous fucking team.
It really be your own people, y'all. Man, that's our. All right, man.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
I mean, I know that times are sensitive right now and shit, but like, still, bro, it's a whole lot of like hustler shit going on right here. And I do give a damn, but I don't give a damn. I maybe give a damn, but I don't give a fuck. And we're gonna win. So just know that.
Right, win it. Win it.
It's winning Wednesdays, right now. So we are going to win. That's one thing I do know.
All right, then.
yeah, I just want to get that off right quick. But yeah, no, we're about to go to commercial, and I don't have any parting words. We're just going to send it off to commercial, and when we come back, we're going to cover these other awards and give some closing words of encouragement, and hopefully not, do anything too trifling.
Don't
Back
play
to
leapfrog with a
Hey,
unicorn.
it's time for the
Take it to the
season, man. The
bridge.
season is here, man. The shit talking begins. The rivalries begin, man. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. All the division rivalries. Speaking of that, I'm gonna pull that up on the screen real quick. Man, y'all understand that the Boats division and the Ghost division, there's 4 teams in each division. If you're in the same division, you play each team in that division twice. And you play 2 non-divisional games in the regular season. So there's 2 teams you won't play that's in the division that's across from you. If you don't understand what that means, hit me up. I'll explain it more. Or hit up Trippy. He'll explain it more.
Keep that. Sweep that. Oh, a long time. Gotta get it. Oh, it's been a long time hustling in the streets. I gotta get the money, man. My kids gotta eat. Tiptoe down, time to win it. So my Glock I gotta keep. If a nigga try me, swear to God, he gon' rest in peace. Oh, it's been a long time hustling in the streets. I gotta get the money, man. My kids gotta eat. Tiptoe down, time to win it. So my Glock I gotta keep. If a nigga try me, swear to God, he gon' rest in peace. Oh, it's been a long time. If he try me, then I'm slanging 9. I ain't lying, I'ma see you in the sky like Hard. Now you flying, don't be calling Jesus Christ now, cause it's your time. Boy, these niggas testing me, they keep it G. You don't really want no problem, darling, keep it in the streets. And how you say you gangster, but you calling the police. When I look that way, they looking off when they see me. And you don't know the struggle, you ain't have to make no palace. They know you not a hustle if you wasn't at the trapping. Baby mama give me problems, I don't need the extra baggage. She get mad cause I'm doing good and a nigga happy. Oh, it's been a long time hustling in the streets. I gotta get the money, man, my kids gotta eat. Tiptoe down, time to win it, so my Glock I gotta keep. If a nigga try me, swear to God, he gon' rest in peace. Oh, it's been a long time hustling in the streets. I gotta get the money, man, my kids gotta eat. Tiptoe down, time to win it, so my Glock I gotta keep. If a nigga try me, swear to God, he gon' rest in peace. Oh, it's been a long time hustling in the streets. You can ask my nigga Trap, we were hustling in the sea. Slide through traffic, trapping with my nigga me. Every day like a buffet, a nigga gotta eat. Oh, it's been a long time hustling in the streets. I gotta get the money, man, my kids gotta eat. Tiptoe down, time to win it, so my Glock I gotta keep. If a nigga try me, swear to God, he gon' rest in peace. Oh, it's been a long time hustling in the streets. I gotta get the money, man, my kids gotta eat. Tiptoe down, time to win it, so my Glock I gotta keep. If a nigga try me, swear to God, he gon' rest in peace. Rest in peace, peace. He gon' 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 rest in peace.
And we want to give a special thanks to our sponsors at Lagodi, greatest independent rap label in the world, Nation of Elevation 2.0, Chopping Up with Pops up in Cold, Minnesota. Shout out Lil Yachty, Cold Lake, Minnesota. Brink TV, not to be confused with Brink CD. Worldwide Radio, not to be confused with National. And then Giving Out Free Game, not to be confused with Expensive. Get back to the show. Yeah, how'd y'all like that? A little razzle dazzle for the ads on this third break. Shout out to Sipe on the track too, man. Like, I look for Sipe to get another win or get him a win, strong win before the end of this is over. And you know, there's a lot of folks in this league who haven't won or maybe done as well as I thought at the beginning, including myself. And because I thought I was gonna go undefeated. And to all of y'all, just remember, like, there's no bad artists in this league, and it's not easy to get any of these wins. So there's no such thing as like an easy win. There's kind of like some are more competitive than others. Every match isn't going to be Rockstar Row versus Young Gangsta AJ or Ox Vicious or Jimmy Mauser or That's Kenny Mauser. But everybody's like, word. Okay, I was not in the building for that. Shouts out Sight for getting his first win on week 7. Yeah. Round of applause, sound effect. I was in the middle of trying to make a set during that, so I did not see that. But shouts out Sight. I'm glad to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. But yeah, without further ado, though, we're gonna go ahead and bring Simfo back in, and we're gonna finish this John out and get y'all the Boats Division awards. So, bro, you eating some fried chicken again?
No, I was eating Swiss cheese, but no, looking at the Bows
Swiss
division,
cheese?
man. Yeah, hell yeah. No, the fucking week 7 artist of the week is Mauser.
It's Mao's, bro. That's the PG version. It's
Yeah.
Mao's a bitch versus Jimmy. It did not disappoint. I'll give it that, man. It did not disappoint because Jimmy was doing these little skits all week last week that were fucking hilarious.
No, I
Like
did
there's
see
a
the skits. That Roach funeral is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen, man.
right, bro. That shit's
Shout out
gold.
Jimmy.
Like it's a. I mean, Jimmy won comedy, but Mauser won the matchup, and I gotta say, man, just give my hats off to Mauser real quick. That he's able to. The evolution has been real throughout this entire season for Mauser, and you know you're kind of in the same position as him a little bit, where you're going through like that second just boom in your artistic ability,
I
and
appreciate that.
it's a great thing to be a part of as a collaborator and like a friend,
Yes.
and it's good to see just good competition like this, man, because it wasn't ever tense. It wasn't ever. But Mauser came in and he won decisively. Shout out Jimmy, but I would say Mauser won that one decisively.
Well, maybe that was like fuel to that. Maybe that was the fuel to the fire that Mauser needed, or maybe hypothetically Mauser didn't need it. No disrespect to Jimmy in any way, shape, or form, but maybe Mauser didn't need it, and he's just starting to unlock that next plateau of what he's capable of. And I feel
Yeah,
like he's definitely not the only one. You've gotten loads better. Fucking, I know from what I've heard, and shout out Daisy because from what I've heard,
Daisy
like
Dom.
she's new to this, so obviously there's going to be some hiccups, but like she has done nothing but improve. And from what you told me about this last Saturday, she had one of the best. She shut that shit down.
Yeah, Daisy Dom versus Dewey was the only matchup out of all the ones in our game that I'll just say we should have won decisively. Because Rod, and then I do not know the gentleman's name he went against, the new alternate for the Bombers, but that was close. I feel like Rod maybe had the advantage, but it's debatable. Daisy Dawn, though, she shut shit down for real. Like, shouts out to Daisy Dawn, and the evolution's real. Much respect to Dewey, and all that in a bag of chips. But Dawn, she really like came in and executed, I thought. But anyways, it is what it is. Another day passes, or whatever they say, and another judge judges, and another criteria made. But anyways, so our respected artist of the week was Big Hunna, and Big Hunna versus Nova was crazy, bro. Like it was electric, man, right out the gate. I think it was the second matchup of the entire event. So like this shit just was turned from then on.
Yeah.
And Nova, like not just one of my label mate and one of my good friends, one of the best artists I know, like somebody I consider on that next plateau we were just talking about, that I'm still trying to get to, that Mauser's getting to, I believe. And Big Hunna's Big Hunna, man. And if you don't know who Big Hunna is, then you're going too soon, because it's like she just gets better and better, man. And it's a great thing to see. It was great competition, but I think she definitely deserves that. And if there wasn't the other matchups in this week 7, then I think that she probably had a shot at Artist of the Week.
And not to harp on it, but this is definitely why y'all need the live stream, because I wish I could
Yeah.
put more. I wish I could have a little bit of input to put on it, but from everything I've seen of the first several weeks, the live performances, Big Hunter, I don't think has had a bad performance yet. Mauser hasn't even had a bad performance yet. I mean, you fucking killed it week one. You really did, and that wasn't even your best performance. So, like, and
Um.
that kind of goes back to what I was talking about. Like, this has definitely brought out that next level of a lot of people in this competition, and that's one of my favorite parts about this whole thing.
Oh yeah, because nobody wants to lose, man. Like nobody, like I'm 3-3, which is a respectable record, and I'm still like pissed off about it low key. And I, go and punch things in the house, and there's like 7 holes in my wall at the crib, because like, I'm joking, but
I think that's how you get like
it's
free
very.
monster. Like for every like 5 holes in a wall you punch, like you get like a free case of monster from the company themselves.
I've gotten 15 cases. If that's something, I punched so many holes in the wall is gone.
Shout out Rob Deerdick. I don't
Shout
know
out,
anybody else sponsored by Monster. Well, actually, RIP Ken Block. Um,
RIP. I can barely hear you, but RIP whoever. Um, And then the respected matchup of the week was the one we were all waiting for. Last week we had a whole shit talking special with, that went way too long on taco when I was trying to eat tacos on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. It was Ox Vicious, bro. It was Ox Logan versus Y Vicious. And this was it did not disappoint, man. Ox Logan was the only undefeated artist headed into this, and he left with an L. And if I would have actually bet money, I would have lost money, because that's how it goes, man. That's how it rolls when you're gambling with the roll. When you're rolling the dice with the roll, you might lose depending on the roll.
that's right.
But
Snake
yeah,
eyes.
I think that Wavish has got it. Wavish has definitely hit another gear, and he knew he would have to beat Ox, and Ox still has the advantage on the MVA because of toughness of schedule and because of just how decisively he's won. But Vicious definitely has earned that third spot and has definitely settled in and proven that he is like one of them ones. If folks didn't think so before, they can't debate it now. Um, and yeah, man, shouts out to the Riders too, because that's to go kind of the game of the week. Riders and Assassins was crazy, man. Like for real, like it was super super crazy. And I'm trying to make sure that I get this right on this, but I don't remember all the matchups. I know I made an error in the before the break. By I think I knew that Straight Paper, Julio, and Novocaine were on the same team, but I don't think it came off that way. So I apologize for that, man. I'm just a man, and memory be bad sometimes, but I do remember these performances. But yeah, man, the Riders barely got it over the Assassins, and it was a hell of a showdown, man. Mauser and Jimmy, and Ox and Vicious, man. So Y Vicious and between Y Vicious and Mauser, they basically just had to fight for this one. And then Novocaine, I believe she went against Portia, and that was another great matchup. Like it was Novocaine won it pretty decisively, but it was another just fantastic matchup, and it was good competition. It was probably the most balanced and just the most fierce competition out of the entire night. And for it to be at the end of the night, it was nice, man. And it was, if you were there, then you got to experience it. It was good to have the kind of ending that we did after kind of facing turmoil in the beginning of the night, because Novocaine did some music that was, like I said, it was healing music. Um, you know, allegedly, um, somebody might have cried, not out of pain for losing the ROL, but just out of just, man, just like life be life, and it's hard. And it's hard. So if your music can do that, then you're doing something special. Shouts out to her. Shouts out to all these artists. And then yeah, man, I think that it's been a very I think it's been a very good I think it's been a very good week 7, and we can go back to the main screen because we're gonna close it out. Shouts out to Cody on the 1s and 2s today or tonight. Shouts out to Sipe. Shouts out to all the errors I made because I should have taken notes throughout this, but it was It was hard, man, because it was electric up in there. And shouts out to Sympho, man. Shouts out to my co-host for the evening. What do you think of um what do you think of all that? Did I do an accurate job of portraying what went down?
Well, I wasn't there, so I can't like judge the accuracy, but I will say there was a very it was very polite, but you did address that some shit went down. And I think that's, for the people that are watching and the people that were there, they probably do appreciate the honesty with something that, that happened and went down. And as far as my insight on it, personally, if I was in the competition, that would motivate me. Something like
Right.
that. Like, I feel like every artist should go on here, um, like not to break off too much, but one of my favorite quotes is when I paint a picture, I don't just want it to be the only picture I'm working on. I don't just want it to be the only picture I've ever worked on. I want it to be the only picture that anybody has ever drawn in the history of everything. And I feel like
Yeah.
everybody should kind of apply that to their own like style of performance. It's like you want to go up there and like Kendrick said, is like I don't want your fans to hear not one verb or noun from you. Like I want
Yeah.
this is hip hop, you know. But
Y'all should know what time it is.
y'all should know what time it is. And that goes for, redacted and
All 39 of y'all. Like for real. I'll name
no,
every single one of y'all right quick. No, oh God, I won't.
no. No, but no, it just like everything that you've told me, it just makes me wish I was there. It makes me wish I was able to compete
Yeah.
myself. It makes me wish I was more of a part of it instead of, being, I think I'm the only person that's ever come on this podcast that isn't directly involved with it in any way, shape, or form. Because
Correct.
Pop and Dave have came on, but they're sponsors of not only this podcast, but partially sponsors of the actual Rap Off.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have anything to do with the Rap Off League outside of like I was a host for Mondays for a while. Shout out Lauren doing the Lord's work, and shout out Click who was
Motion
doing the Lord.
Mondays.
That's right. But
Um,
yeah, no, it just makes me wish I was there.
Fantastic. So that means that it's working then.
I
Because
believe
our goal
so.
is to get all the rappers in the world to move to Memphis to have this showdown. No, I'm joking.
Well, I don't know about
That is
moving
the
to
goal though. I
Memphis, but
mean,
we can definitely if y'all, I mean, we could pretty much like have an Oregonian basically make it like a side quest kind of situation.
Oregonian,
Y'all come up here and do like a one-off battle. Pick your best five, and we'll put our best five, myself included, in there, and we'll see what happens.
a Pokemon style tournament.
Hell yeah,
Uh
like fucking Symphochew, I choose you, type shit. And
Sympathy. Hold on. Yeah, bro, y'all all sound like Pokemon too. Wassel.
Wassler.
All right. So on that
Fashion
note,
dream,
now I
fashion
do want to
dream.
answer. I do want to answer your mother's question right quick. Miss Cindy, our new song will be available to hear at a time in the later dates.
She deserves better than that. That's my mom, man.
Happy
Mama, I
Mother's
don't
Day.
know. I don't know entirely. I don't know entirely when we're going to be releasing it. I will keep you updated. You'll be one of the first ones to hear it.
Thank you
As
for
usual.
keeping track, and it will be soon. It will be the summers. I think our target for it. But I've been real meticulous about making sure I get everything right on my end with this. Simfo's been waiting on me to get this done for 50 years and shit.
Well, yeah, and what's funny is like I heard the verse you put on there, and as like I'm very confident in what I put on there as a verse, but like I definitely need to go back to the studio sometime soon and actually like beef up my verse a little bit. Like you
Remember, I
made
was
me
cool.
feel
Remember what
like,
I said, man.
yeah, that's how it goes. Like, but yeah, no, this is that kind of an album. I feel like I've had some verses. I didn't know. Like, actually, Kenny told me this recently. I've had several verses that I've sent him that has made him rewrite his verses. It's a very humbling experience to actually be told
Very.
that. This is. I mean, and I'm sure y'all, if y'all know me, then y'all know like Kenny is the reason that I even began rapping. Shout out girlfriends. Okay.
Shout out to all them girlfriends.
Yeah, no, shout out girlfriends and shout out fiancés. Shout
Shout
out
out
this cat.
wives.
I'm having to take him back to the room real quick,
Shout
but
out
no,
cats.
he's yeah. Shout out Gomez. He's got 4 teeth and
4 teeth.
4. Dude, he looks like a fucking stapler. But no, he's
My man, Young Stapler.
young stapler in his best.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, it's. I'm very excited to present DES to everyone and to answer my mom again. We will more than likely be releasing the next song. I imagine. Do you think within a month is too crazy to say?
Give us a month. Yeah, it'll be out before the summer eclipse.
You know, that's a very like a DES. Hi, huh? He's in the
And
background.
then hopefully the full album will be out before the winter eclipse or solstice. I meant
That's right.
solstice. All right. Yeah, DES coming soon, man. Maybe this year, maybe next year, but probably this year.
Yeah, but
You can get
no,
choices
yeah,
right now.
DES available at the first harvest moon.
Yeah. During the next planet alignment, you can get DES. But yeah, dang it, Kenny. I know, man. I know. It'd be like that.
Good night.
So yeah, this has been a fantastic episode, man, and thank you for coming on as always and giving your insider and your outsider views, because you are an outsider insider in this beautiful thing we've all built, and hopefully we can bring in I know you host a podcast and I'm sometimes on talking the shit for 8 hours, RER podcast, and y'all just started
That's
back
right.
up. I know that your co-host may get brought
dude.
on at some point to talk some roll with us.
Shout out Hogmaster.
Yeah.
He's the he's the glue. He's the glue that helps us stick to. He really more. He's like he's the
like an
lube. You
industrial
know, he's the
adhesive
lube that keeps
towards
everything.
towards the RER podcast family. I know I enjoy arguing with them and agreeing with them about how Jay-Z is trash. And the comparisons, like the Tim McGraw to Tupac comparisons, wild, because he knows his country music about like I know my rap. So it's my bad, y'all.
Yeah, no, fucking Harley's the goat. Y'all will see that soon enough. One day you'll just have like Harley open up the podcast, and then there you'll be.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be a banger, and it'll be hard to. It'll be like merging the two worlds. It'll be like the crossover episode when the Jimmy Neutron met Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, and also keep an eye out for me and Harley's Midwest emo song coming out very soon. It's going to be called "Depressing Views from a Gynecologist's Office, 127 feet
Jesus
in the
Christ.
air," and it's going to be a banger. Yeah, the next one is Chris Benoit Did Nothing Wrong, Taylor's version, and that's going to be another song that's kind of the similar
And this
energy.
has been Winning Wednesdays,
And,
episode 78, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of there. I don't got no comments on that one. Everybody, special thanks to our sponsors, Lagodi, Nation of Elevation 2.0, not to be confused with 3.0, Chopping It Up with Pops, not to be confused with anything else, Brink TV, Worldwide Radio, and giving out free games. Special thanks to y'all putting up with us. Y'all stay safe out there.
Giving out free game now $2.99.
Oh God, giving out free game now $500. Inflation be like that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Appreciate you, Cody, for putting up with this and getting us through this episode. And yeah, y'all don't be trifling and don't do any atrocities and just treat each other nice, and we'll all be all right.
Everybody show love for each other.
And this has been the Rap Off League News. We talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Everybody show love for each other. I can't. It don't give it. It don't
Fuck
get
the
no
fire
better than that.
department.
Wasn't no beef, wasn't no arguing, wasn't no dumb shit. It was just straight love in the building, man. Hey, give ourselves a round of hand for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Round of a hand for us being 100, being grown.
Hey, free Thugger, man. Free YN, hey, Mississippi, you know, you gotta stand up with me on this one, man. This is White Fishes. Free all my homies, man. White boy, big foe. Yeah. Crooked letter, I. Crooked letter, I. Hub back, I. Who they gon' try? Say I. Crooked letter, I. Crooked letter, I. Hub back, I. Who they gon' try?
on that 5 and he don't know why. But I can tell you about some niggas in the street that I done seen it long, but they ain't never screamed. NYT, the 4IT, 5 years on me, all 5 I scream on 4, you can bet that. Chest out, him a killer when we step out. Ain't nobody gon' help out, gotta pull a belt out, better get a web out, go ahead and flip out. Wonder about tip now, how the niggas slid now, coming out of here, man, looking like a big clown. Had to bust a leg down, just to act the wrist out. Show him I can read now, going at my chick out. Bust down, showdown, what's finna go down, Mississippi throw down, barbecue and showdown, just the way it go down, drinking up a cold round, you gon' leave it toe down. Whoa now, slow down, roll up, blow loud. Everybody know me, toe down, everybody know me, blow now, yeah. I'm to get ready for me to machete. To the belly like Keisha or Billy. She never tellin' her, ever been tellin'. Then what we tellin', so what did you tellin'? I keep it dealin' like Booster was jelly, nigga. Yeah, I'm from the city that Mississippi of a Holly Spring. Yeah, I'm from the city that Mississippi with a Holly Springs. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, hump back, I. Who they gon' try? See, I. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, hump back, I. Who they gon' try? So what you was tellin' is what we was sellin'. And I keep it thuggin' like Boosie was jelly. I keep it thuggin' like Boosie, no tellin'. And I keep a pistol just cause I'm a feelin'. Hustlin', sellin' like workin' the deli. Talkin' that talk cause I'm workin' in daily. I'm just the man, you do the map. I do what I want to get, do what you can. And respect I demand, yet I command with the back of my hand. Yeah, you don't stand with the way that you change. I'ma beat 'em up, man, as to beat 'em up dance. The nigga be layin' and prayin', the nigga that land. Who do they playin' and what do they sayin'? Who finna play with the South? Who finna play with this South? He tryna lay on the ground. He just keep playin' around. I put my weight on the ground. I throw my weight all around. Go put them hammers up and bring the cameras out. I'm poppin' channels now. In Mississippi, boy, I been in style. You fake it phony, nigga, been a clown. And shake your hand cause you're really dirty, man. We plied the scheme of a dirty plan. Drink and come up off another man. It's every day in Mississippi, man. Hey, shout out to all my real niggas, man. It's real. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, hump back, I. Who they gon' try? Say I. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, hump back, I. Who they gon' try? I. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, hump back, I. Yeah, I. Crooked letter I, crooked letter I, hump back, I. Mississippi.